COVID has created a digital disaster that we will never recover from. That digital disaster that will be with us forever and ever, that will cause major problems, issues, and cybersecurity risks is a remote workforce. What a remote workforce did is it basically has destroyed 25 years of cybersecurity. Starting in the mid-90s, we have spent tons of energy and effort on building a robust perimeter around our organization. I remember in the mid-90s to late 90s when I was one of the first chief information security officers for a large telecom, including up until 2020, we spent so much time on things like firewalls, intrusion detection systems, intrusion prevention systems, data leakage, filtering, tracking, monitoring. We had private IP addresses internally, public addresses controlled, monitored, and locked down. And therefore, when you went into the office, you had a digital perimeter and barrier protecting, securing, and locking you down. It was almost impossible for somebody to attack you, target you, or compromise you when you were within the physical buildings. Not because of locks on doors and guards, but because of the filtering, controls, and monitoring. If you were within an organization, somebody couldn't see your system, access your system, email was filtered, traffic was controlled, things were monitored, you were protected, you were secured. We even locked down USB, we locked down portable hard drives. So you were a very hard, difficult target. Now with the remote workforce, where everybody's working from home, everybody's working from coffee shops, everyone's working from hotels, that perimeter is gone. Now you're a direct target. Systems can be accessed, users can be targeted, information can hit you anywhere, anyplace, anytime. When you're at your home, when you're in the coffee shop, when you're at your hotel, there's no perimeter, there's no protection, there's no filtering, there's no firewalls. They can target you. They can target your device. They can target your employees. They can target your executive team. They can target your phones, your tablets, your computers. Basically, all of the work of security, all of the millions upon millions of dollars that companies have spent on protecting, controlling, and locking down the perimeter, keeping you in a digital fortress in the office, protected, secure, and safe, are all gone. Now you're directly accessible. Now we can text you, target you, compromise you, attack you, send emails, and you don't have filtering, control, or protection. You have endpoint security that's often weak, minimal, or can easily be bypassed. So we need to recognize that this remote workforce has created a digital disaster. It's created a digital playground that we will never recover from, which means the role and protection of the user, the diligence and awareness of individuals, people knowing, don't trust anything, don't trust text messages, don't trust emails, don't click on links, don't open attachments no matter what, don't believe what you see online. Don't trust emails, videos, or anything coming and looks like your boss, because with deep fake, with video spoofing, with voice faking, anything can be made up, anything can be altered, and anyone can be deceived. So we have now created this new digital disaster because of a remote workforce, which means more pressure, energy, and effort needs to be on the endpoint. But here's the reality. We haven't redesigned it. We need to go in and recognize that thick clients are no longer acceptable. Why in the world are users carrying around portable servers? That's what we give them. You look at the average laptop of my employee. The average laptop of my employee has typically 8 to 16 gigabytes of memory, a 2 terabyte hard drive, 2 to 4 processors. That, my friends, is a server. If you go back even 15, 20 years ago, that was a $10,000 to $20,000 server that we had in our data center. Now people are carrying it around. Why in the world are we letting people carry around 2 terabytes? That's a lot of information. If you take your average 5,000 square foot home or 5,000 square foot office and you fill every square inch from floor to ceiling with paper copies, that's about how much 2 terabytes of data is. 2 terabytes of data can destroy a company. 2 terabytes of data can be trade secrets that cost hundreds of millions of dollars or run billion-dollar companies, yet we're letting users store it, track it, and monitor it locally, and then directly connecting to the internet via public addresses and being accessed and target with minimal protection, minimal security. You know what we call that? Insanity. And you know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Companies today are letting remote workforces drive and control the company, yet they continue to invest in network infrastructure protection. Why are we going in and giving people thick clients? What if we gave everyone a thin client? What if we gave everyone computers and devices that had no hard drives? Everything was stored in the cloud. Everything was protected. Everything was secured. Everything was locked down. Everything was verified. What if when you ran an application, instead of running it locally, the same version on your system for 3 years because you don't update or change it, and if it gets compromised today, you're compromised for the next 2 to 3 years? What if we get a verified version from a trusted server that's controlled, monitored, and protected? Now, if somebody goes in and infects our local version, it's infected for 2 to 3 hours, not 2 to 3 years. We need to rethink and redesign our security. And that's what we do at Secure Anchor. That's where I am chief scientist, where we design innovative solutions that focus in on root cause problems. We don't focus on symptoms. We don't focus on reactive security. We focus on being proactive, identifying the root cause, identifying the weakness, and implement security measures that actually work.